Hello, guys. How are you? Today I am with Anthony Napolitano, a legend of our company, a legend of the industry, but maybe some people don't know him. And I would like that he presents himself to people.
Yeah,
Thank you, Anthony.
No, I'm definitely excited to be here today with you guys. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited for you to do this in English today. We're gonna have a good
It's the
time.
first time, guys. First time.
First time we're in Milan.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. We actually just did a business event, but excited to be here. I've been in this industry a long time now, a lot of experience, and really a lot of experience in entrepreneurship in general. So I'm excited to be here, excited to share some information.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm so excited because I remember Anthony the first time that I met him. For me, was a fucking legend, and to be today with him to the same sofa and can speak about business, about this industry, it's so wonderful. And my first question is, how is possible to bring us to create something big in 10 years and with this energy? What is your first advice to people?
Yeah, I think you need to have big vision. I think a lot of people, they don't understand what's coming if they stay consistent, right? The greatest companies in the world, the greatest success stories in the world, they saw something before everyone else saw it. Everyone could tell you today, Apple's a successful company, right?
It's simple.
Any idiot walking down the street, oh, Apple, you're a great company, right? But 25 years ago, how many of those people said Apple's going to be a great company, right? They couldn't see it. And I could tell you, that is the difference between the people who are just very average in the world and people that are very, very successful. Last year in the world, I like to share this statistic. This is crazy. Okay. In the world in 2023 or in 2024, 99% of the money made in the world was made by 1% of the people. Think about how crazy that is. Okay. It's because those people act completely different. Most humans, they are instant gratification grabbers, meaning they want to do something right now. They want to get the reward today. They don't have any patience. They don't want to develop any skill. They just want to win, become a champion in a day. It doesn't happen like that. So I can tell you the number one thing for success is having vision for what is to come and understanding that consistency will get you there.
Yeah, I totally agree, but it's not simple. It's not simple to develop this kind of vision. I developed this kind of vision thanks to you, thanks to proximity. And what is, for example, an advice for people that are listening us to develop this kind of vision? I think that your vision wasn't too big when you was maybe 18. How you develop this kind of vision in these years?
Well, you said something very important. Proximity is huge, right? But I think it's about having small wins. So little wins lead to bigger vision, right? Yeah. A lot of people, they go up to the plate and they're trying to hit a home run, their first at bat, right? Trying to hit a home run, they're going to strike out. They're going to lose a lot more than they're going to win with that approach. But going in there and being like, okay, well, if I could just get a little win today and a little win tomorrow, you start building confidence in your abilities. And I can tell you a lot of singles and a lot of doubles will win you a lot of games. You don't need to hit a home run every time, right? But consistently compounding your activity will build that belief in what you're doing. And guess what, guys? Then you'll have bigger vision for what is to come next.
I agree. And I think that when I met you and after a lot of years that I know you, I admire you because you're fucking, I can say it, but your angry is crazy, you know? And my question is, for you, hungry, you can develop also hungry, or you have to be angry before? You understand my question?
Yeah.
So when you was 18, you was angry like today, more or less. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I think your drive has to be driven by something bigger than you, maybe even bigger than money for most, right?
Yeah.
Like when I was 18, of course, I was driven by making money. I wanted to make money. I didn't have any money. Okay, that's something you want to do, right? But the drive never changed because money was just a factor in the bigger game. Me, I came from playing sports my whole life. I played sports as a little kid,
Like me.
all the way through college. Like sports was everything to me, right? So I looked at the business like it was another game, and I just wanted to beat you.
Yeah.
That's literally what it was. It's a sport. So today, I still treat the business like it's a sport every day. Yes, we're good at the business. Yes, we built a big business. Yes, we make money because of the value we bring today, right? That's true. But it's just another sport still. Every day, I'm going out there trying to win the game. That is it for me. I like the competitiveness. That's what drives me.
And it's crazy because a lot of leaders maybe achieve the first goal and after they stop to grow.
Yep.
How many people have you seen in your career in this industry that reach maybe the first million and after?
A lot of people. So a lot of people have, let's just say, a number. We like to call it a number.
Yeah.
Where if once I get to that number, I'm done, right? Like, it was never a number to me. Like, you never stop growing. You never stop evolving as a person. And for me personally, I love seeing people excel and succeed. It's a driving force today for me personally, not to even make more money, but to see other success stories. I love seeing, like, bro, I've seen your transformation and your growth as a business partner. I love seeing that. That motivates me to go out there and work. I love seeing what we're doing for people. So I think it's very, very important to, make it less about money, more about a mission. I think people that are mission driven are going to be more successful than people that are money driven. But I see that all the time. There's so many people where it's like, get to that number. I'm retired. I'm good. I don't need to do anything. It's like, that's not how I wanted to live my life. I wanted to have purpose. I want to be remembered for doing something bigger than, just making money.
Yeah, also because I think that the reason are money until you have money, because after mission is something bigger than money.
Correct.
So I can understand that you driving is not money today, and it's help people, real helping people, because maybe when you don't have money, you say, I want to help people. No, you have to help yourself. No?
Yeah.
And it's great to have you like as an example for me, for the entire industry, because you are a legend. You achieve a great goal when you was 24, and I know the answer, but I think that it's important that people understand what is the secret of your fast success, because you achieve great goal. Today you are very young, 29, but you achieved a great goal when you was 21, 22. After a couple of years of network marketing, is crazy.
Yeah, so I think the secret to success, for me personally, right, and everyone has their own story, but for me personally, I think the success happened quick because the vision was so long-term. And this is what I teach people all the time. When I got involved in the business, it was not like, oh, I'm going to try the business out. That's what a lot of people approach a business, right? I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to start this thing and we'll see how I do, right? And 90 days later they quit because they're not where they want to be.
Yeah, because when you speak about long term, because people for long term think 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
When I understand this concept, my life has changed.
So yeah, like when I got involved, I said, okay, I'm not going to be good. Before getting involved in our industry, right? All I ever did was play sports. I never owned a business. I knew nothing about entrepreneurship.
That's me.
It was all brand new, right? So I said, okay, I got to develop skills, but I said, I'm not going to quit until I accomplish the job. Like, that's the mentality I had. And I actually created something at 20 years old, or at 18 years old, called the 20-year vision. So at 18 years old, I gave myself a vision for the next 20 years of my life. And this is kind of crazy to the average person, right? They can't think that far out. But most people I knew were working jobs. Most people in my life, right? And the average American at the time working a job, still the same today, works a job 30 to 50 years. So 30 to 50 years, long time, right? And they never have time or financial freedom. So they work all these hours to make someone else successful that owns their company or whatever the case may be. I was like, okay, if I can invest 20 years into myself, and if I have the ability in 20 years to have time and financial freedom, would it be worth it? And I told myself, I said, 100% that would be worth it. And I think everyone watching this video, if I told you, hey, you got to give me the next 20 years of your life, but you'll never have to worry about money ever again, and you could do whatever you want the rest of your life, most of you would sign up for that right now, right? So I told myself that at 18 years old, and that was so huge to me because I said, okay, even if it took 20 years, it would be worth it. So I consistently went out there and did the things every single day. The difference between me and most people at the time was most people would get discouraged. They wouldn't have the results they wanted as fast as they wanted them. You know, someone tells them no, someone says it's not going to work, and guess what? They don't want to work because they're emotionally distressed. They're emotionally hurt. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, and a lot of the time, people that are emotionally distressed, they start blaming their results on the business when it's their own fault because they're actually not working, right? You have to work to get results. So for example, when someone told me no, it didn't bother me. I said, hey, no problem. I'm going to be doing this for a very long time. If you ever want to get involved, please let me know. But I'm going to be doing what I do, right? And never discouraged me at all. So I kept going. That was the difference. Because the vision was so long-term, I never thought about quitting. I was like, okay, on to the next person, on to the next person, on to the next person. And I consistently paved the way forward each and every day. And I think that was so huge because the vision was so long-term. The success then happened very quickly because the actions were so consistent on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's like a financial market, no? If you watch the market very close, you maybe see the drop, but if you
zoom out,
you see the growth, okay? And it's crazy because for a young person that start this kind of business, it's difficult, no, to manage the emotion, because you can imagine you have seen a lot of people, maybe sometime in eyes, the day after in law, the day after eye. Okay, so what is your advice for people to control the emotion? Because you teach me that if you control the emotion, you can do what you want. What is your advice about that?
So I think you have to always stay on an even keel, meaning you never get too high, you never get too low. You stay like right in the middle. That's the best. The best people in the world, you can't tell if the guy had the best day in his life or the worst day in his life. You would never know, right? Those are the greatest entrepreneurs. Also the greatest athletes. Think about it. Like, for example, the great athletes, they could be losing today. They're not going to show it on the court or the field. They're going to say, okay, no problem. We'll be back tomorrow. Because that's the mentality, right? They never get too emotional one way or the other. They understand the longer term game. And that's the key. So I can tell you, if you're new right now and you're like, okay, I'm pretty bad at managing my emotions, it's okay. You're not going to be great at it in one day. It's going to take time. But maybe in a year from now, 2 years from now, you could be excellent at it. And when you become excellent at it, oh my God, you have the ability to do incredible things. I never get too emotional. Business partners quit, business partners leave. Hey, no problem. Hey, I wish you the best. Hope you do well in life, right? You'll probably be working with me in business in 2 years from now. You don't know that right now, but I know that because I know how business works, right? I could think ahead of other people, where other people are just living in the present moment. So I'm just telling you guys, being able to manage your emotions, stay in even keel, understanding the long-term vision, that is super important to your success.
And something that you teach me also, keep in touch with people, also maybe that quit your business, create a relationship. I remember one sentence that when you told me richest people in world have a lot of friends. No, and I remember once that you told me, I have friends worldwide. And I think, shit, I have friends only in Italy. I have to have more friends worldwide. So it's true.
We always say your network is your net worth, right? It's pretty cool when you can pick up a phone and call someone in a random country and be able to get picked up from the airport. That's a pretty cool thing where you could do that anywhere in the world, right? Relationships are everything. Okay, I could tell you in our business, the person with the most friends makes the most money. That's a simple fact. Yeah. If you're a likable person, if you're someone people want to be around, people are going to want to do business with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Before you spoke about mentality, okay. My question is, network marketing born in US, the bigger networkers are US, American mentality, American dream. Do you think that American can have some advantages about think big and vision? For example, in the last year, my goal was to become close to American people and American vision. What do you think about American vision about the business in general, but in general, compared to maybe European people and other people in worldwide? What do you think about that?
So I don't think that's true. So a lot of people might say like, oh, I'm from this country. It's different in my country, right? I've traveled the entire world. I think I've been to 66 countries now for this business alone, right? Every time I land in the airport, right, and someone picks me up, they go, hey, bro, it's different here. It's different here, right? They always say, it's different here, man. It's different than America. It's different, right? Everyone thinks their country is so different, okay? I can tell you it's actually all the same, okay? In business, it's always about finding the right person. America, you're going to find a lot of right people. Why? The population is very, very big, okay? I live in the state of Florida. The state of Florida population is bigger than most countries in Europe. Individual countries, right? Just the state of Florida.
Yeah.
So think about how many people are there. So there's a lot of people with not the correct mindset, but there's also so many people that you're going to find some people with the correct mindset.
It's a question of number.
It's all numbers. Everything is numbers in the world. And I could tell you, when you have an open mind, I think too many people are actually closed mind to their own city, to their own country, to their own environment. They could actually make a lot of money where they live, but in their brain, they brainwash themselves to say, oh, I can't do it here. People don't think like me here. And they're literally destroying what they could actually have in their home market. And I see it all the time in network marketing.
Yeah, but permit me to say that English is important.
English is a good skill to have. Speaking English is a global thing, for sure.
Yeah. 2 years ago, I understand that I had to start to study English. For example, if I imagine 2 years after to do an interview to Anthony in English, well, can be impossible. So English is very important.
Yeah, English is huge if you're going to build a global business, right? People all over the world that are in, business, they speak
Rick
English.
say English is the money language, and it's true.
English is the language of money. Yes, it is.
And let me ask about something about social media now, because in the last 4 years, this industry, network marketing, has changed. I remember before COVID, our activity was 100% offline. And after COVID, in some situation, the business became 100% online.
Yep.
So 4 years ago was simpler because there was a method. Now you have more chance. What do you think about social media and this field?
Social media is a tool, meaning it's not the only tool. It's a tool, okay? The cell phone is a tool, okay? An event is a tool. These are all tools to build your business. But like you said, I think network marketing in general, the industry, a lot of these companies are not having the success that they want because they became fully reliant on the internet, meaning there's nothing else going on no more. It's just the internet. And I can tell you in business, building relationships is number one. There's a billion ways you could go make money in the world. A billion ways. You could start a business. There's a million things you can go do to make money, right? But why does someone want to do this? So relationships are extremely important. Also building belief. Belief is so big. And, you're not going to be able to build belief and vision as good as you can in an event compared to doing it on social media, right? Someone has an emotional experience when they go to an event. They sit there, they're like, okay, this hits me a little differently. You can't replicate what someone experiences at an event by telling them, oh, the event was great yesterday. It's never going to be the same. So I just think there's so many factors, and I don't think limiting yourself is a smart move. I think it will get you in trouble in business. So I use social media to build my business. Most people in the world, they use social media to get distracted and waste time. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
So I use it to build my business. I actually probably would not have social media if I did not do what I do. I really would.
I totally agree.
The only reason I have it is because it opens up avenues. I build a business globally, right? I network with a lot of people. It makes a lot of sense for what I do as a profession. But if I did not do something like this, let's just say all I did was own a traditional business. Yeah, I might want to have a page for the company or something. But myself, I wouldn't be engaging with social media the same way that I do today, right? Social media is a tool to network. The same way when I go to the gym every single day, I can go network. I could go network
Something
anywhere.
that you told me yesterday was that how many six figures have you enrolled at the gym?
I believe I'm at 5 now. Five six-figure earners.
5 6 figures.
I have met through gyms through my career.
Tomorrow I will go to the gym for sure.
Not for the workout. He's just going there to recruit, man.
Bro, and about about social media, I think that it's important that people know back to the basis and back to fundamental. Okay. In all social media, there are a lot of gurus that say no, list contact list is old, blah blah blah. But I think that it's important to turn back to fundamental, turn back to the basic, the building block. And do you have some advice maybe for the first step and when to add social media on your career?
Yeah, so if I was starting someone new in network marketing today, the first 90 days pretty much is going to be 100% offline. Why?
Crazy.
Yeah, because they have friends and family members. They have a warm market. They've been building relationships their entire lives. They say by 18 years old, the average person knows 1,000 people by first name. That's crazy, right? You can't just name 1,000 people, but if you saw photos of people, you'd be able to start naming people. It's pretty crazy. But I say make a list of 200 names. You know, friends, family members, phone contacts, write 200 down. Probably 10 of them are real relationships, probably 190 acquaintances, people that you know, but you're not in a great relationship with, right? And you start going through that list. The only reason you would need social media is to get more inventory. Inventory is prospects in our business, people to share your platform with, people to sell to, right? If I own a McDonald's and we have a freezer full of burgers, let's say there's thousands of burgers in the freezer, are we going to go order more burgers? Probably not. We're probably going to take those burgers, try to sell them before we order more burgers. Because if we order more burgers, guess what? Some of those burgers are going to sit in the freezer too long and they're going to go bad. So you're actually destroying your inventory when you go online before going through your warm market. What do I mean by that? Well, I make a post today, my first day in the business. Join my business. Well, guess what? All that warm market, those 200 people, most of those 200 follow you on social media. So they're like, whoa, I don't want to do that business. I don't want to do this. You message them and they're like, I'm not interested. You're like, I didn't even say anything. But they're not interested because they have a perception of what you're doing because they looked at your social media. Where you could have kept it private. You could have kept it very personal. You could have done a one-on-one type of environment, showed them what you had, and they might have heard you out and got involved in what you're doing, but you gave them the wrong feeling. So why not, if you already have a ton of inventory, go through the inventory before you try to add more and more inventory to it. And those inventory is what I mean by prospects, okay? That is the name of the game, and that's what I truly believe. It doesn't matter. It could be today, it could be 10 years from now. The same methodologies are the same methodologies.
Yeah, I think that it's very important to start offline for many reasons. The first is simply actions, because social media need time, skills, because it's not simple to speak on a video, it's not simple to create content, and offline it's simple. And important thing about offline is that you have to go outside your comfort zone. You have to become a professionist. So I see some people in my team that work on social media, but they don't know to make an appointment.
Correct.
It's impossible that you become a leader if you don't know to speak with people.
Correct.
So it's normal that people at the beginning want to go to social media, because on social media don't exit from the comfort zone, but it's fundamental to reach a success.
There's also a difference between being good on social media and just being on social media, right? A lot of people are on social media, but not a lot of people are good on social media, and that's a big difference.
Exactly.
Right? And I can tell you, by doing the fundamental things, by doing it offline initially, you're developing the skills. So then when someone does hit you up on social media, you know exactly how to handle that conversation and get that prospect started in your business. Where the other person that's first day posting on social media, they're texting you a screenshot. What do I say back? It's like, dude, that's why it doesn't make any sense. Develop the skill, develop credibility, then go on social media with that. And I can tell you, you're going to be 10 times more powerful. I just think that's fundamental in network marketing. I think the basics will always be the basics. It doesn't matter what form. Like I said, social media is a tool. There's going to be many tools. Each social media platform's a different avenue. It's a different tool, right? But at the end of the day, there's going to be a million tools, okay, through this profession over the next 20 years. But the basics will always be the basics. Okay, so master the basics and you'll be good at all the tools.
Yeah, I think that it's very important. More than 5 years ago, the mission that we have to repeat that this is a profession,
Yes.
and as a professionist, you have to have the basic skill, no? Because now we have a lot of earner maybe in this industry, but not leader.
Yeah, so a lot of earners and not professionals, not leaders. Correct. A lot of people make money through social media, and the sad thing is they don't even know how they made it. They have no clue. Like,
We know.
if you ask them to do it again, they'll be like, "Yeah, I don't know. It just happened, right?" And yeah, it's
And
great.
people follow this kind of people, bro.
Yeah, it happens every day. But at the end of the day, what I believe in business, right? Your skill set will always determine your income long term. So short term, you could be overskilled and underpaid, right? It's very
Right.
possible. You could have a lot of skill and not make a lot of money right now, okay? Or you could have no skill and make a lot of money right now. That happens in business, okay? But long term, it always figures itself out. So those people will get exposed if they don't develop the skill, if they don't, develop as individuals. The money will not stay with them forever. It will move. That's how it goes.
Yes, it's crazy this concept. When I listen this idea, this concept the first time, I say, "Wow, it's true." And you teach me also about your income in long term. Sorry for my English, but your income is at the level of your leadership, right?
Correct.
And it's true. What is this concept that maybe is important to understand for people?
Yeah, so like I was saying, long term things figure themselves out. But if you actually want to have a big income for a long period of time, you got to develop into that person who deserves that type of income. See, some people right now, they want to make a 6-figure income, but they have $30,000 work ethic. It's going to be hard to make 6 figures if you have a $30,000 work ethic. Some people right now make a 6-figure income and they want to make $1 million income. Well, that 6-figure effort is not the same as someone making $1 million a year. So you got to make sure your value is equivalent to what you want to make in income. Your value's got to be there. Your work ethic's got to be there. You got to be a little different if you want to do things really, really big. Like I told you guys earlier, that 1% are very, very different than the rest of the world. So you get to just determine who you are, but understand, like I said, it's super important that you realize, okay, that you need to become a better version of you.
Yes, absolutely. And everything, it's clear when you think in long term in 20 years. Because if you think in 20 years, every perspective change.
Yes.
And when I understand this idea, everything is changing. Because maybe sometime I can understand something, some guys and some leaders that do a better work than me, but I say, okay, it's good, but it's a long-term game, bro.
Yes.
And there is a book very interesting about Simon Sinek, no? Mm-hmm. The title is Infinitive Game, and the idea of this book is you win the game when you continue to play the game.
Yes.
It's crazy.
You'll outlive everyone. So that's kind of how I've always looked at my business. Like you said, someone could be beating me today. Enjoy the time. Enjoy it, right? Enjoy it, because it's not going to last forever. Because eventually I'm going to beat you in the game. Because I'll outwork you. I'll outlive you. I'll keep showing up when you stop showing up. I'm going to keep doing the things to be successful and outlive you.
And you are an example of that, because every day you show the plan, back to the basics, building block. Every day you are doing every day what you did 10 years ago.
Yep.
And it's wonderful, this idea, because monkey see, monkey do. People do what you show, not what do you tell.
Correct. 100%. In this business, a lot of people try to lead through words or tell someone how they should be living their life or what they should be doing. The best teacher is for them to watch, okay? For them to see. You show what to do, not tell what to do, okay? It's very, very important. More people will actually learn from you just by you posting what you're doing compared to you telling them what you're doing. I've actually had so many people through the years that never even worked with me in other companies and other businesses. They go, I learned so much from you just following you on Instagram.
Yeah, bro, but I have some big leaders that say to me in other company, they say, "Oh, Anthony is an example because after 10 years he achieved a lot of things, but he's always on field."
You gotta lead from the front. I'm not gonna be able to create other success stories like myself if I'm not willing to do what I'm telling them to do. It's just simple as that.
because I remember a couple years ago, one guy told me, "Gabriel, I don't understand because you achieve a lot of rank. Why are you working?" and I watch him and I say, "What I have to do? Stay on the sofa." The idea is not make network marketing or create entrepreneurship and value to don't work. It's to don't work for money.
Yeah.
Because I think that you work more than other people, maybe employee, but you work because you like what you do, you like your life, you are free to do what you want. This is the real freedom.
I decide when I want to work. That's a powerful thing. A lot of people are told when to work. They have to show up to get paid from their job or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I work a lot of hours, but I could not work at all if I didn't want to work. But I love what I do. I love helping people. I love teaching people. So I think at the end of the day, people ask me that question all the time. They're like, "Why do you work so hard?" And those are the people that have that number that we talked about before. If I had this much money, I wouldn't do anything, right? Those are those people. So
it's the reason why they are employee, maybe.
Right. They're lacking definitely some abilities and some. Those people are not the ones changing the world. Okay, look at an Elon Musk. Look at the successful entrepreneurs in the world. It doesn't matter how much money they have. They're mission driven. They're going to go get things done. They're going to do whatever it takes. They're different animals. And I can tell you, money's a factor of value, like we talked about earlier. They'll always make money because they're valuable. Okay, money's attracted to them. Okay, the people who are always talking about money, thinking about money, everything's money, 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 they typically have no money. It's that simple. The people who are visionaries, the people who are mission driven, the people who are out there in the world solving problems and not focusing on money, but solving the issue in the world, they're typically the ones getting paid. So that's the name of the game. You gotta be mission, purpose, here to solve problems. Those people win in life.
Yeah. And I think that I can do the last question about our industry. What is your vision about our industry in the next years, and what are your goals?
I think
a person like you, as you know, at your level, what is your drive right now? What is your vision? Where do you want to go?
Yeah. So me personally, vision for the industry. I think the industry will get back to a more balanced approach. You'll see a lot more in-person meetings, not just the internet stuff. The last few years, the industry, in my opinion, some companies have struggled compared to others. We've consistently grown because I think we do a lot of events. We still do a lot of, let's say, the basic fundamental stuff compared to a lot of other companies in the industry. But I think you'll see more of a balanced approach compared to just this internet marketing. So I think that will happen. But for me personally, I think my goal truly is to help people. I want to see as many success stories as possible. I want to see people winning on all aspects of life on every part of the globe. I just want to see success, success, success. Of course, we're a publicly traded company today. Getting that uplifting to the NASDAQ, that'll be a big deal for us as well. So there's certain things that I'm driven, not financially to do for me personally, but just to accomplish it. Make that step, build these businesses, do incredible things. Like I am very, very purpose and mission driven. More so than money at this point in my career. And it's been like that for a very, very long time now. And I just love seeing people win. So that's it for me. I think our goal as a business, we're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger each and every year, compounding our growth. Where a lot of people, fast cash, fast crash, we're consistently going to do it the right way. Sometimes it might take us slower than a competitor, but 2 years from now, the competitor's out of business and we're a massive business. So that's what happens.
Okay, guys. For today, it's enough. A lot of content, a lot of value. Thank you so much, Anthony, for your time.
Of course.
But thank you for your example, because you are a big example for me, for iGenius Global, and for the entire industry. This industry needs more people like you. and I'm working for that.
Let's go, bro.